fuck us up with this shit? The time is all crazy. All right, all right. All right, I think I'm good now. I was having some issues with it before. All right, shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren out there, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. All right. Shalom to the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, no matter what you may look like. If your spirit is knit with this truth, with this gospel, and you're continuously watching these shows, and you're continuously calling upon the names of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and all truth and sincerity, hey, you're more than likely of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and probably of the hopeful elect, right? All right, I'm the brother Dama Al-Gabar, out here with another live lesson, out here on the highways and the byways, like we do week in and week out, to come out here to prophesy, you know, the gospel of the kingdom to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? And to all Israelites that are all throughout the four corners of the earth. This is not a so-called black thing, all right? And, you know, hey, man, hey, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for giving me the capability to come out here and to do this work, you know? And like we do week in and week out, we come out here and chant down Babylon the Great, you know? Prophesy the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, through the power of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, whose true name in the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashuan Kodash, is Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? And, you know, hey, we out here again. It's a nice, hot, sunny day out here in SoCal. But, hey, man, we're going to come out here and preach this truth, glorify the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and, you know, prophesy against this place, all right? And each and every day, like I say, every week is another day closer to the end of this age, the end of the rulership of the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, all right? The son of perdition, you know, the modern day king of Babylon, the modern day Chaldean, you know, Satan, the devil, as the Bible tells us, you know. And you know, that's what I want to get into today, Lord willing. This lesson to be edifying, and you know, we can get into it. You know, dealing with basically, hey, the Lord has Esau's number. All right, and if you've been paying attention to what's going on around the world, hey, there's a heavy spirit of you know, spewing against the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, his government, you know, this presidency, you know, those small hats over there in the land of Israel. Everywhere you look and see, everybody is coming up against this system, especially this political system. You know, everybody is finally now starting to realize that, hey, the government, the president, they're all a bunch of damn liars. Everything that Trump said he's going to do, he lying about it. He told you that he wasn't going to bring in a CBDC. Well, hey, that whole stablecoin thing is nothing but the central bank digital currency in disguise, man. Which is all going to lead to what? The mark of the beast, the MOTB, this future digital slave system that they're about to launch on the whole planet Earth, man. All right? You see the situation happening with this whole Epstein situation, how that's coming back to bite this administration in the ass. You know, now they're trying to cover it up. Now they're trying to come with a new scandal, with a new distraction with this whole Barack Obama and his presidency was they committed treason. And you're going to continue to see that over and over again. Especially, Esau always does that. When he gets exposed for a bunch of BS and his wickedness, there's always some major distraction that'll come to divert your attention away from, you know, them. You know, they'll throw something out there. Oh, Hulk Hogan died. Malcolm Jamal Warner died. Who else? Somebody else died. You know, it's always in threes. You know, you know, it'll always be some new distraction, some new thing will pop up because they're always trying to divert your attention from what's, you know, from the wickedness that he's continuously committing, man. And that's the way that this devil is always operating. But as we can see in the spirit, hey, a lot of that crap ain't working. Yeah, they're talking about arresting Obama, but hey, people still want answers for that whole Trump, that Trump and those Epstein files. Now all of a sudden they're going to that Maxine, that Ghislaine Maxwell chick. Now she's about to get pardoned. Now she's getting ready to work out a deal, which we know what they're doing. They're basically trying to get her to get on the stand and to lie and to say that Donald Trump was never involved with this whole Epstein situation when the evidence is all over the damn internet, man. People are not stupid. People are finally starting to wake up to see just how wicked and foul and corrupt this system is under you so-called Edomites, man. All right, and the heat is on your asses. And it's ultimately, the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Lord, it's finally time for Esau to be exposed. Your wickedness is at the forefront of everything that's going on here, man. People are finally waking up to the whole, the funding and the ally of the so-called Israelis, man. Everybody's seeing that is a bunch of BS. Everybody is tired of them and them getting all these taxpayer monies, all of their wars, their atrocities, their genocides, their wickedness, man. People are finally coming to the realization, to seeing that they're not the true biblical Israelites, man. And a lot of them are coming to the realization that so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites. Basically, we're living in a time to where, let me get there. It's finally time for Esau to be exposed, man. Let me get that, man. Thessalonians. I didn't even have it on the list, but hey, let me get into that, man. And the only ones that's not really putting the pieces fully together is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You're always the last to know, the last to figure shit out, man. All right? Like I say, a lot of these jakes, they still believe in Trump. A lot of you 2/3 still believe in this system, man. And for a lot of you, you're so desensitized to all of the BS and the lies and the corruption, and being caught up in the everyday worldly affairs that, these things don't mean anything to you, Well, let's get that in Thessalonians, man. Hey, because this man is being exposed, man, on all levels. Esau can't hide himself anymore. No matter how much he tries to lie and sweep it under the rug, hey, that spell of all these illusions and lies in the media, people aren't believing it anymore. People are not watching Fox News and these mainstream news media outlets to get their information now. They're going to what? The internet. They're going to, sources that are not mainstream, and they're figuring out the truth. They're finally see what's really going on, man. And they're starting to see that it's a bunch of BS, a bunch of lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and everything that you see on TV is not as it appears to be, man. Hey, and that's the ability and the working of Satan, man. That's Esau's, the Lord has given Esau the ability to do that, man. To deceive you, man. To lie, to manipulate, to make you believe things that are a straight and blatant lie to be the truth. Because what? He's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And the word devil just means a deceiver, a liar, man. People get all hung up on words, but they don't really understand the meaning of words. And this man is the damn devil, because all he does is deceive and lie, manipulate, twist things around so that it can, ultimately leave you vulnerable to be deceived and to be ultimately ensnared and trapped. But now the Lord has the spirit of Esau out here being exposed, man. All right? His sorcery is wearing off. His witchcraft and the power to deceive is no longer affording him this, man. All right? So let's get this. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." And who's the mystery of iniquity? It's Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man. All right, and their whole power structure, from the financial, from their banking, from their military, from their so-called religious institutions, it's all shrouded in iniquity and lies and deception, man. And it's now that people are barely starting to see through it all, man. A lot of people are still blinded. A lot of people still don't want to face the reality that basically everything that you've been told your whole life is a damn lie, with a little bit of maybe a small amount of truth in it. But most people are, especially a lot of women, they're fine with being lied to, as long as it makes them feel comfortable, as long as they don't have to, bear any responsibility or have to really admit, the truth. They're fine with that. Hey, but not the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, not people with any sense. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Keep the faith. All right. So it says, 2 Thessalonians 7:7, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work." And that's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Now we know when we read this, it's dealing with the Roman Empire, but as we know, this is nothing more but the Roman Empire reincarnated, so to speak, a revitalization of the Roman Empire, man. All right, and it's all working right now as we see. That's right, shalom, Mark. It says, well, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And who was letting them? The Most High. And I'm gonna show you that in the next precept I'm gonna get, man. You got to understand the Most High allowed Esau, Edom to be in the power seat, ultimately to fulfill prophecy, and ultimately to show us the Hebrew Israelites, mainly the elect, of what happens when we fall off from the law, statutes, and commandments and our complete faith and obedience to the Most High, and what it looks like when complete and utter wickedness is ruling this earth, man. What it actually leads to, man, is everything that is before us, man. Complete confusion, wickedness, Satanism, confusion, men wanting to be women, women wanting to be men, grooming children to be toys for pedophiles, man. Relationships between men and women to be completely messed up, polluted air, polluted water, corrupt, unrighteous justice going out, and et cetera, man. And now the Lord's put the Spirit on us to see it all, man. Hey, and we're crying out to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Hey, we are yearning and begging for righteousness to be established back on this earth. Because look what happened when wickedness totally has the reins to rule on the Most High's earth, man. It's vexing to the fucking spirit. Excuse my language, man. Hey, that's why the people are all jacked up. That's why the people are all crazy. That's why, women don't know how to be women anymore. Men are emasculated, weak, feminine. The whole earth is groaning out because of this wicked rulership of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. And the only thing that's going to cure it and fix it is the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. But first, we have to come out here and chant this place down. We got to come out here and be that witness. Cry out to the Lord. Dropping a spiritual dime on Esau and all the wickedness that's going on, man. Hey, we even dropping a dime on 2/3 of our own wicked ass people, man. Because enough is enough, man. All right, back in Thessalonians verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Read Malachi, the 1st chapter, man. All right. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is what? Us, the prophets, the men of the Lord. Hey, and now, like Elder Yashawamba like to say, you got the third witness, which is AI, man. Hey, you can go on Gronk and AI and ask him particular questions. Hey, and he'll, even Gronk and AI let you know that this man is the biblical Edomites, man. That he is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And I was watching, I saw this one YouTube short. Lord willing, if I can find it again, I'm gonna do a video on it. It's one of these podcasts, but they be like going into all these crazy like theories and shit. And it was one where the guy was like, it was a quick video where he was asking AI all these questions. He was telling AI, give me one word answers, either yes or no. If it's something that you can't say what do you say? Say pineapple or red light or something. And he was asking him questions like, are we being watched by the government? And AI was just basically telling the truth. Yes. And it was certain. And then he was like, he was asking him like, where does artificial intelligence come from? And basically artificial intelligence in a roundabout way said from the ancients. He was like, what do you mean? He was like, he gave him basically Genesis, the book of Genesis, dealing with the serpent and Satan. And there was another question he asked him where he was like, pineapple. Basically, he asked him a question. He was like, if you can't elaborate, just say this, and we know. And he basically was just dropping the dimes, dropping all the goods, man. So this man, and who created and who programmed artificial intelligence? That's a creation of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man. And even Elon Musk said AI is releasing the demon. So these devils know that they're tapping into some major left-hand energy with this whole artificial intelligence and AI. And the shit that they're allowing us to use AI for is only a small piece of what that shit can really do, man. They got, so I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, they got these supercomputers and AI that's on a whole nother galactic left-handed level that they're gonna unleash on the people pretty soon. So, hey, this man of sin is being revealed, man. If you can't see it, hey, then that just sucks for you. Because guess what? When he comes down upon your ass, hey, you're gonna be totally defenseless and totally swallowed up by this devil. Back in verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, which is Yahweh Shai. And you see, and that's the only thing that's going to fix this earth. It's the return of Yahushua, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right, because you people, you're not going to band together. You're not going to come together and fight against the elite, fight against the globalists, and march and get things changed. You know, get laws changed by you marching. And if all of us come together and we fight against it, that ain't going to happen. That's a fairy tale, man. All right, that's not going to happen. The only one that's going to stop it is the one that allowed it to take place in the first place, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Hey, and that's why the stage is being set for Esau to be the end of the world, man. See, Yahushua is coming back in a world that is ruled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked. It's going to be only through Yahushua that this man is going to be taken down. All right? And in no other way is going to happen. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. This is talking about Esau, Edom. And what is his signs and his lying wonders? Right now, his technology, man. Like I said, his ability to use the media, his news, you know, newspapers, information, his media outlets, you know, artificial intelligence. Hey, he can literally just create things that are completely fake and make it look real, man. You know, hey, this devil can use AI to fake a fucking nuclear attack, or to fake this, or to fake that, and put it on media to make it seem like it's that is real, man. And we literally see AI getting on that level to where, hey, it's on that level, man. To where, like I said, hey, they can show you anything on the internet, what is it called, deep fakes, and make it seem as if that is really happening, man. And now he's using this technology now, and AI and Neuralink and different technologies to you know, talking about making you live forever. Now he's making the blind to see. He got technology called telekinesis, to where he could you know, give you the power and the ability to move things with your minds, and you know, bump your IQ 100 extra points with his Neuralink, emerging man with machine, all this shit, man. It's nothing more but pseudo miracles, man. But you can be a damn fool if you want to and go under Esau's knife and let him put that Neuralink in your ass. That shit gonna have your ass, that shit gonna have you all fucked up, man. You know, this man is not to be trusted under any circumstances. Here it is, right? The Lord is showing you that he's the man of sin. His coming is after the working of Satan, and you're gonna really trust this damn devil, man? You're gonna put all your faith and trust in Satan and the adversary and the damn deceiver, the devil, a liar? Well, that's on you if you want to at the end of the day, man. All right, but hey, at the end of the day, he is being revealed, man. Hey, like Tupac said, all eyes on me. No, all eyes are on Esau and his wickedness and who he truly is, man. And in these last days, the Lord has brought out his true biblical nationality, his who he truly is, that he's been trying to hide, and he's been trying to hide from for centuries, for centuries, man. Now we're at the point to where, hey, that label of Esau, Edom, the wicked, is on him like white on rice, and he can't shake it, man. And it was all through the unicorn, through the internet, that the Most High has allowed all of this information and this truth ultimately to come out, man. And this devil is shaking in his boots. He can't hide himself, and he's through out here, man. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. I'm going to read this in the NLT, verse 9. It says, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Verse 10, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. You see, that's why the scriptures tell us never to trust thine enemy. And under any circumstances are you to trust this damn devil. Look at these dumbass people. They trusted Donald Trump, right? Like I said a few minutes ago, he promised, oh, I'm going to ban CBDCs and this and that. But this nigga brought out these new stable coins, which is nothing more but a CBDC, but under a different name, man. Never trust your enemy, man. You know, hey, remember, his words are smooth, but his words are softened in oil, but they're drawn swords, man. Everything that he says, man, you have to understand. Everything that Esau says on TV, you know, on these meetings, these TED Talks, the WEF, all these different, when they're out there speaking about what they're trying to accomplish, it's all inverted, man. It's never what it seems to be. That's why he says he comes with all deception and all deceivableness, man. It sounds like one thing, but really it's the complete opposite of what it is, man. All right? Remember, this man is the serpent. You can't trust this devil. He speaks with a forked tongue, man. All right? It says he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. And who's ultimately doing that? The prophet of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You know, the men of the Lord. He even got 2/3 of our stupid ass people who don't want to believe us. I saw the video of the brother, I forget which brother it was, Salakia, man. But it was a good video of this bird-brained, simple-minded Negro, this nigga, man, right? He went on Gronk and AI You know, basically AI told him that, yeah, we've been oppressed. We're a chosen people. You know, that we're a chosen people of the Most. So basically everything that we've been telling Jake for ever since we got on the YouTube, starting with the elders and the apostles, and even before that, that we are the chosen people of the Most High, that we are a special people. But this nigga didn't want to believe it until he went to Gronk and AI to tell him, and he crying, he over there all emotional. But it's like, okay, to show you that Jake don't, it's gonna tell you that, elders always say, until the so-called white man tell Jake that he's an Israelite and that he's a special people, these niggas ain't gonna want to believe it coming out of our mouth. But everything Gronk said, told him, we've been telling you for years, man. Which shows you that's why 2/3 of our people, man, hey, you're going to get a foot right up your ass, man. And the Lord's going to use Esau, Edom to bring that judgment on a lot of Jake, man. But you niggas are just, you're just disgusting, man. Straight disgusting. But all right, let's go. Let's get back on Esau ass. Because Esau, you ain't off the hook. And the Lord is on your ass, man. And you being exposed, man. Ain't nobody trusting your bullshit anymore. And it's about damn time people are starting to wake up, you know? It's about damn time. People are starting to wake up to the wickedness of this damn devil, man. Like I said, now you got Trump over here scrambling, trying to save face. Here it is right now. His whole his approval rating is going down. MAGA is divided. They burning hats and shit. You know, people are fed up. They want answers. You know, and hey, like I said, at the end of the day, hey, the Lord is ultimately exposing this devil and setting Esau up to be completely and utterly destroyed, man. All right, hey, and we love it, man. Hey, the Lord is doing the Lord is working in these last days, you know, but He's working ultimately on the behalf of the elect, man. You know, hey, and the Lord is speeding things up, man. Things are getting more and more down to the wire. And we got to continue to make sure that, we're doing what we got to do, man. And we got to continue to come out here and to do these videos, do these shows, and continue to expose this devil for as long as we can. What you got, brother? Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, right? You know, everybody, all the nations are mad. All the nations are fed up with Babylon the Great, man. You know, because they hopped on board. You know, they made treaties, they made deals. They got along. They got on board with his with his U.S. dollar. A lot of these nations have basically allied themselves with America, only to be backstabbed and to be fucked in the end, man. And like I said, why do you think they got a thing called BRICS? Why you got all these nations trying to join BRICS? All these nations are trying to separate themselves from Babylon the Great, man. And one of the main ways these nations are separating themselves from Babylon is by, releasing themselves from that petrodollar, man. Verse 9, it says, and we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up to the skies, you see? And that's what we're telling our people to do. Forsake this place. Now, of course, we're not telling you to pack bags and get all your life savings and move out of America and go to Africa somewhere as if that's going to deliver you from the destruction and the judgment of Babylon the Great. But we're telling you spiritually to forsake this place, man. Get your mind right. Get your house in order. Return back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and understand, where your faith and your hope should truly lie in, which is the Most High. And looking towards the kingdom of heaven, looking past America, man. Not having your all of your eggs in one basket and all of your hope here in this system, which is getting ready to fall, and ultimately is going to be eviscerated and burnt with nuclear destruction, man. And Esau is on his way out, and ultimately everybody that has their faith and trust in Esau and in this system, you're on your way out too. You're going to sink with this ship known as Babylon the Great. And Esau's been warned, man. We've been out here telling them, hey, man, hey, you better humble down. Hey, you better do it. Basically, we can't tell you, but you're going to be destroyed, man. We're here to tell you that, hey, the chickens are coming home to roost. You're going to reap what you sowed, man. Everything that you've done is going to come back on you double, man. All of your rape, your robbery, your murder, your lies, your deception, your blasphemy, your great swelling words, your enslavement of the 12 tribes of Israel, your perpetual hatred for Jacob, you destroying the earth, you blaspheming against the Most High, all of this pride and arrogance, hey, you're going to pay for it, man. And you're about to be judged and destroyed for it. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 1. It says, hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. But Esau's not going to learn. And we know he ultimately don't want to learn the righteousness of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Like it tells you, what is that, Psalms 10, that the Most High is not at all in any of the Esau's thoughts, man. Even going all the way back to Cain and Abel. Cain grew up in the house of the righteous, man. He knew the expectations and the righteousness of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai because he grew up in the house with the righteous. But what did he still? He still offered up that whack, stupid, selfish, whack-ass sacrifice, man. And then when he got confronted and called out for it, he murdered his brother and then lied about it, man. So that's always been Esau, Edom's MO, all right? When he was Cain and when he came back through the spirit as the Edomites, he's always been in that rebellious, wicked, whack, stupid spirit because that's who the Lord created him to be. And there's nothing that any of you niggas can do that's going to change that, man. Esau's judgment is already set in stone, man. Only thing he's doing is further accelerating himself right into the point in time in the time and prophecy of the Most High to where, hey, it's going to fall down upon his head, man. I remember scriptures say, charming never so wisely, he's the deaf adder that stopped at the ear. We're out here telling him he needs to stop. Enough has been enough, man. He know what he's been doing is wicked. He know that we're the true biblical Israelites, man. But what did he do? He sat down and called us black, called us African. He continuously tried to destroy our people. Gave us he turned everything upside down. You know, he put that gross darkness over all the people. Told us we were African, we were black, we were niggas, we was this, we was that. You know, did everything in his power to literally keep us spiritually severed from knowing who we truly are. And he did it with intention, and he did it on purpose, man. To the fact to where he even created the greatest identity theft the world has ever seen by calling those so-called asking those Edomites, those so-called Amalekites, Israelis and Jews, man. Come on, man. So this man, hey, like your brother just put in that scripture, hey, his sins will reach all the way up to the heaven, man. And we're continuously out here calling them out. Hey, we're out here dropping a dime, man. We're out here being those witnesses against this bastard. Right here, Wisdom of Solomon 6:2, it says, give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out all your counsels. And guess what? You're being searched out, and you're being found to be a damn demon and the wicked. All right? Like I said, hey, the Most High gave you the ability to be where you're at, and what did you do with it? You totally just went completely apeshit and did what the wicked was supposed to do, man. All right? The Lord set you up to do everything that you're doing. And now we're at the point to where the Lord is letting it all come out. The Lord has that spotlight on you. The Lord is showing the world your wickedness and that you're truly the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And like I said, through your policy, through your monetary, through your so-called religious institutions, to your rights, through your, everything that goes on in this society is basically a witness against you, man. All right? And you got nobody to blame but your goddamn self. Oh, all of your secret societies are all being outed. All of your secret councils, your child sex trafficking, your satanic rituals, all right? Your odious works of witchcraft, your Kabbalahism, your Satanism. You know how Hollywood operates, how these CIA operatives, a lot of them are, they delve in satanic rituals and your gematria, your soothsaying, your witchcraft, your all of your different demonic holidays, man. All that shit is all on the front for the world to see. And you're trying to sweep it back under the rug. Hey, but the Lord don't want it to be swept back under the rug. The Lord got you on complete front street, man. And now the Lord is searching you out, and there's nothing that you can do about it but be exposed. But I got another one. This is Jeremiah 13:26. Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear. Right. And it's nothing but shameful spewing all on the glory of Esau Edom, man. Hey, the Lord got you out there, man. And there's nothing that you can do about it. But just try to sweep it, but you can't sweep it, man. Hey, the Lord got the spirit of exposure out on the so-called white man. And on all wickedness, point blank, period. Because we're just in those times, man. Hey, enough, man. Hey, and each and every day, hey, we're vexed with the filthy conversation every day, man. Everything that's in this society is complete and utter wickedness, man. Oh, all right. Back in Wisdom of Solomon, verse 4, I'm going to read that again. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out all your counsels. What does it speak about the counsels of the wicked, man? was that Psalm 64th chapter? Hey, man, remember, a lot of those things that you were doing for the longest was done behind closed doors, man. And like I said, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for the internet, because that's what really is what exposed all of your wickedness on a global level, man. That's why that one Rockefeller said the internet should have never been invented, man. Well, but guess what? That was out of your power, my guy. All right? Hey, the internet is it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's internet, man. And everything on this earth is being done for the benefit and the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Nothing that you can do about it, man. It says, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High. Like I said in Psalm 10, man. The thoughts of the Most High is not at all in the thoughts of the so-called white man. That's why everything that he does is adverse to the ways of the Most High. You know, Esau doesn't have a righteous bone in his body, man. He's gonna always do wickedness. He's gonna always lie, cheat, steal, offend, blaspheme. You know, have pride and arrogance, man. You know, it's just in his nature to steal, to murder, to covet. To everything, man. Like everything that's written within the commandments and wisdom of the Most High, Esau is against. He's opposite to it, man. All right, because he doesn't see any benefit in serving the Heavenly Father, so therefore his ways are going to be in opposition to it, and it's plain to see, man. It says, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. See, who was that? Esau, man. There's a sharp judgment coming for this devil, and the stage is being set for that judgment to come down upon you. And there's nothing that you can do to stop it, man. That's why the Lord tells you to stand with your enchantments that you have trusted in from that youth, man. Let's see if the witchcraft and the sorcery and your technology and AI or any fucking trick, let's see if your Space Force trying to fight against Yahushua when he comes back is going to stop you from being judged by Yahweh Yahushua, man. There's nothing that you can do, my nigga. You're finished. You're through, all right? The Lord got you in the scope, man. All right? It says, for mercy will soon pardon the meanest. But you still got 2/3 niggas out here talking about we got to love Esau. We got to forgive him. That's our brother. You can't abhor an Edomite, Ak. You know? You got that hatred in your heart. You got to forgive. Well, the Lord ain't finna forgive Esau for all the shit that he's done. Remember, the Lord required that which is past, man. You reap what you sow. All right, hey, this devil put us in slavery. What's that? Revelations 13:9-10. So he's going to go into captivity. It's all in the scriptures, the vengeance that the Israelites are going to be able to put back on all of our enemies and those that hated us. It's all throughout the scriptures. But you want some weak ass Christian to come up and tell you, well, that's not of God, brother. Well, that's not godly. Well, maybe not according to your God, but to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a-okay. All right. Fuck you niggas is talking about. That's why 2/3 of you niggas just need to just get the hell out of the way and just go on about your business, man. Hey, you love Esau so much, you're going to go down with Esau, man. All right, you're going to sink right along with his red ass, man. So it says, for mercy will soon pardon the meaning. Let me get that real fast, man. Talk about we got to have mercy. Esau ain't never showed no goddamn mercy, man. Look at what those small ass are doing to those Palestinians, man. They starving them out. They bombing schools, bombing women and children. You know, and they still got their foot on the gas, man. They still ain't finna stop. Yeah, it's a ceasefire, but they're already cooking up ways in which, hey, when that ceasefire is over, they're gonna continue to drop more bombs, man, to commit more atrocities, man. And I did that video with the so-called mother of the Israelis. This old mean, wicked, demonic witch. You know, she was talking to Piers Morgan, and he was like, do you feel sorry about, you know, the women and children that died in Gaza? She was just sitting there with a nasty, mean, hateful scowl. And she basically said she don't give a fuck about those women and children of those Palestinians dying. She said they should tell the Palestinians and Arabs and whoever to watch what they say against the Israelis. She didn't have no fucking remorse, man. Hey, and she was laughing as he asked her like 7-8 times, do you feel sorry? And he was like, he basically had to come to the conclusion. He was like, well, okay, like, you don't really care about them. That's plain to see. And she doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on it that she didn't give a fuck. And that's the sentiment of all those fucking small head demonic bastards, man. And just Esau Edom in general, man. You know, look at that one guy. What's his name? Walsh. You know, he said that, you know, he was in the right Edomite spirit. He said they didn't give a fuck about slaughtering the Native American Indians. They were living in the Stone Age. Hey, look what we did. We came and we conquered. Look at what we built. We got technology, cell phones. So I don't feel sorry about my ancestry's history of murder and rape and conquering. You know, hey, and guess what? Keep that same energy when Yahushua comes back, because, hey, as you have done, it's going to be done unto you, man. And it's well beyond due for you damn devils, man. All right, let me get this. Mercy for Esau. You niggas out of your mind, man. Fucking mercy for Esau. Well, hey, well, Esau never had no mercy on you, Jake. Hey, scriptures say that when the Most High judged us, he helped forward the affliction, man. So Esau had it in his mind ever since Jacob finagled him out, spiritually yiked him out of the birthright, that he was going to kill Jacob, man. And guess what? They've been in that same spirit then all the way up until now. And it's about to turn up a whole notch. See if I can get this. Yep, this is James chapter 2. This is James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So what mercy does Esau even deserve? He doesn't deserve any fucking mercy, man. He doesn't deserve any mercy. He doesn't deserve anything, man. But exactly what he has done, man. What he has done, hey, the same is going to be done unto him. Point blank period, right? It says, for he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's persons, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness, for he hath made the small and great, and care for all alike, but a sore trial shall come upon the mighty. See? And the Lord's not in all that Esau's technology, his laser beams, his space weapons, his artificial intelligence. The Lord is looking at that shit like, yawn, you know what I mean? Because it was through the Most High that he gave Esau the ability and the wisdom to even have what he has, man. So why the hell would the Most High be in awe at his creation when he's far superior and highly over his own creation, man? The Lord is not sitting down here and watching Esau with his jaw dropping to the floor and just like, whoa, and amazed at what he's doing. The Lord already knew what Esau was going to do before he did the shit, man. And just like we see Esau, now being people in the flesh, you see some of his technology and you're like, oh shit, damn, that's cool. But hey, now that we see it through the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, it's like, oh, that's just booty juice compared to the power and the majesty and the technology that Yahweh Shai and the angels are coming back with. It's going to vaporize everything that Esau has in the blink of an eye. You see Esau's military, his fighter jets, his F-16, his tanks, his dude weapons. Yeah, in the eyes of men, that's some crazy far out shit. Hey, but as far as Yahweh Shai and the angels coming back is concerned, hey, they're in the Stone Age, man. That's why, Esau tell you the chariots, the technology that they possess is light years far beyond what Esau and his technology is about. Hey, that's why, in 1 hour is all this shit's going to be totally obliterated and destroyed, man. Brother, had another one? Yep, Psalms 59:5. Thou therefore, O Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai of hosts, the power of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen, and be not merciful to any wicked transgressions. There you go, Salah. So the Lord's not going to be merciful to Esau and his rap sheet. Here it is, Jacob be a multiple offender. Jacob have a violent past crime, and here appear, after about the second or third time you appear before the judge, Esau is basically like, look, I told you, Lionel, if I see you in my court again, I'm gonna throw the book at you and put Jake in jail for 84 years, man. Well, you showed no mercy. So you got Jake in jail. That probably was a first-time offender in jail for 30 plus years, man. You got Jake in jail for crimes they never even committed, but Esau threw the book at him. So what mercy you think you're going to receive from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man? You ain't going to receive no mercy. You don't deserve any mercy, man. All right? You piece of shit. And any of you, Jake, that's in that spirit that Esau deserved mercy, hey, man, may you just you're going to be destroyed by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Enough is enough, man. We ain't dealing with Esau and his bullshit anymore, man. And like I said, the Lord is going to come back in the world ruled by Esau, man. Because this nigga is the end of the world. And it's funny, too, because a lot of these people will tell you, oh, yeah, we're at the end of the world. This got to be the end. But then when we tell them when I read this and tell them that, well, the world's going to be, the Lord's coming back in the world ruled by Esau, Edom. Oh, no, I don't know about all that. Oh, it's not the white man, it's the Arabs. Oh, it's this person, it's that person. They don't never want to link it with the culprit, man. With the man of sin, with Esau Edom, with all the bullshit and the wickedness that he's doing, these people still don't want to link the two together. Well, that's okay. We linked it together through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? Shit. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6:1. It says, and he said unto me, in the beginning when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the height of the air were lifted up, before the measure of the firmament were named, or ever the chimney and Zions were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the invention of them that now sinned were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they were all made through me alone, and through none other, and by me also shall they be ended, and by none other. You see? So all this, everything that's happening in the earth is all in the control of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Hey, so before the earth was ever created, the Most High already had the script of the earth written, man. You know, how, he's going to create the moon, the sun, the moon, the earth, the trees, the plants. Before this whole planet that we're inhabiting was ever created, Yahweh already had the script written, man. It was already prepared. It was already written. He just had to send Yahushai, and the angels with him to create all of this earth. But everything that he wanted to happen before it ever was created was already written, man. The Lord already knew how everything was going to play out from the very second this earth was created to the very end, at this end of this age and the end of the world as we know it under the Edomites was going to end, man. Right? Hey, the Lord already knew that we was going to go into captivity. We was going to be in Egypt. We was going to flee out of Egypt. The Lord was going to bring us over here to America in this modern day spiritual Egypt and Sodom. We was going to have to suffer under the Edomites. Esau was going to raise up, do this, bring the slave trade, the slave ships, bring us here to America, beat the shit out of us. We was going to lose. Everything was already, it was already written, man. All right, it was already written. And then it says, verse 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? So this is Ezra asking, well, what's going to be the end of it? What's at the end of it, basically, let's jump forward. Tell me, Lord, what's going to be the end of everything, man? All right? And it says, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And what is the beginning? What is the first? Is Esau, Edom, and what he's got going on. This current age that we're in right now. All right? This is what's getting ready to end. People always say, oh, this is the end of the world, but they don't understand what that means when they say it's the end of the world. Meaning this is the end of this age, man. The end of the rulership of the heathen, man. All right? And what's going to follow it is the kingdom of heaven, where Jacob is going to rule, where Jacob's going to take the power seat, man. And we're going to have our kingdom, which is going to be an everlasting kingdom, which is not going to be left to any other people. It's going to be a rulership and a kingdom that's going to be ruled in righteousness, man. That's going to be under the rulership and government of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right? It says, and he said unto me, and it says, and what shall be the end of the first, at the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. And right now we're on Esau's hill, man. Us coming out here and prophesying and speaking this truth is a symbolic form of us pulling Esau down, man. It's starting with this truth, like I read in Thessalonians, man. That man of sin is being revealed. The only thing that's left now is for Yahushua to come back and to destroy him with the brightness of his coming, which is going to be the full fulfillment of Esau being taken down, man, and never rising up again. It's going to be the beginning of the everlasting kingdom of Israel, man, which all the heathen nations are going to be subject under it. You're going to have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, and you're going to be in a righteous government in a righteous kingdom. It's not going to be ran how Esau's wicked, filthy, unjust kingdom is going to be ran. All right, it's going to be the best thing for the universe and for the planet Earth, for the animals, for the air, for the trees, and just for life in general. It's going to flourish, man. Scriptures tell you that we're going to rule these nations with the tree of life, man. And the leaves are going to be for the healing of the nations, which is basically us ruling this earth in complete 100% wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. It's not going to be one thing that takes place in this earth that's not going to be under the guidance and wisdom and truth and purity of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And we're going to be at the forefront of it, man. And you nations are going to flourish under it. Yeah, you're going to be working under it. You're going to be employed. You're going to be servants. You're going to be having jobs and working in our kingdom. But hey, it's going to be righteous, man. All right, we ain't going to be defrauding you. We're not going to be ripping you off and you know, poisoning your children as soon as they're coming out of the womb and shit like that. Why would we destroy and hurt our human capital? You know what I mean? Y'all gonna be good. You're gonna drink clean air, have clean water, man. But you just gonna have to obey and be obedient to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is what? Which is life, which is purity, which is a way that keeps you from being corrupted. All right. But you're not gonna be perfect. But hey, you're gonna be in a perfect, righteous society. Back here it says, for Esau is the end of the world. So that shows you right there. Esau is the end of the world, man. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Point blank, period, man. So Esau is the end. And that's why you see right now, Esau is he's being fully exposed for who he truly is, man. Remember, for the long time, especially in Christianity, they wasn't talking about who Esau, Edom. They wasn't reading the book of Obadiah. They wasn't going into the Apocrypha and linking, you know, Alexander the Greek and his 4 generals and that wicked rulership of the Greeks with the Edomites, man. That was something that they never spoke about. That was never taught. That was never even known. Or if it was known by these scholars, they hid it with intellectual dishonesty. But now it's through us. We're out here bringing these things to pass and bringing out the truth of everything, man. And we're exposing Esau at this very end to let him know that he's getting ready to go down, man. And there's nothing that he can do to hide himself anymore. The cat is out of the bag. This nigga's getting ready to go down. All right? Let me get this. Let me get some of this water real quick. Hey, it's beautiful times we're living in, man. You know, if you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you in this truth, hey, the times that we're living in are beautiful, man. And you should want nothing more than Esau Edom being fully exposed, man. Him being put on the chopping block. You getting ready to see him receive his judgment. Right? Oh, shit. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and 2. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Let me read up. It says, this is the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. You see? But then you get these Christians, you get the likes of vocab tell you, well, Obadiah was already fulfilled. But they can never tell you when. They can never tell you where or give you a date or a time when this was fully fulfilled. Because it hasn't been fulfilled yet, man. And when you read through this one chapter with the condemning of Esau, oh, I gotta read it. I read it every time, man. Let me get this real fast. The overview for Obadiah. I love it, man. This is the book of Obadiah gives you a little overview, right? It says, a struggle between the womb between twin brothers, Esau and Jacob, eventuates in a struggle between their respective descendants, the Edomites and the Israelites. And these are the two main characters within the scriptures, man. Jacob and Esau, which is so-called Negroes, you know, and the so-called white man, the Edomites, right? It says, it says, this little-known prophet describes their crimes, tries their case, and pronounces their judgment total destruction. See, it's like, look, these biblical scholars know that. How come you simple-minded, dumbass people don't know that, man? But like I said, we know that Esau hasn't been fully destroyed yet because, like I just read, Esau is the end of the world. And obviously, we're still living in a world that is being ran by the Edomites until this very day. And obviously, if you don't believe that, read Isaiah the 63rd chapter, when it tells you when Yahweh Shai is coming back. He's coming back to directly get at the Edomites, man. So how the hell was Esau Edom not in the earth? Like I said, even when you go on the Grok and you ask AI certain questions, they'll tell you that it only makes sense that the Edomites still have to be here according to biblical text and prophecy, man. And we know it. We see it. But anyways, back in Obadiah, yeah, I love that. Hey, Obadiah tries the Edomites for their crimes and find them totally worthy of their judgment, which is utter destruction. And that's all throughout the scriptures, man. All right? And we love it. It says, thus saith the Lord, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Hey, that's getting ready to happen. You know, this third world war is when these nations are going to really rise up against Esau, Edom, mainly America, and those small hats. Which what right now the small hats, the least of the flock, is drawing America out to set the stage for the third world war, man. And it's accelerating each and every day, man. Each and every day, hey, that thing is getting hotter. You're hearing a rumor and another rumor, till eventually it's going to be fully on and popping over there, man. And it's going to lead to the utter destruction of you damn Edomites via nuclear destruction. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And that's what we see right now, man. Hey, Esau is being greatly despised right now in these times and in these days, man. Everybody is you even got these Christians, man, who are supporters of those so-called Israelis, cussing them the hell out, you know, telling them to stop their atrocities. You know, you're wicked, you're evil. You know, what you're doing ain't right. You ain't, you know, basically they're realizing that they're a bunch of damn demons, man, and that they're really no ally to America. They're more of a nuisance, man. I forgot who was saying that. One of those Edomites was saying that they was comparing like Israel's not really an ally to America. Israel is like that friend that you go out with to the bar that's always picking fights, always got you fighting. Every time you go out, he's sucker punching somebody, he's picking a fight, he's doing this, he's doing that. He's like, eventually you're not going to look at that person as a friend. It would be wise for you to stay away from that person, because eventually they're going to either get you the shit beat out of you, or they're going to get you killed or arrested or worse. You see? So these people are finally starting to put two and two together, man. And now they're talking about, look, no more aid for Israel. They need, we gave them enough. They got nuclear missiles. They got all this money. They got a defense system. Let them fight their own battles. Let them figure it out for themselves, man. But as we know, that ain't going to happen, because the Lord has these two joined together at the hip, man. Because their destruction and their judgment goes hand in hand. Let's get this word, thou art greatly despised. This is talking about the Edomites, all right? You are greatly despised. Everywhere you go, throughout all your whole existence, you've been despised, man. You've been hated, you know? Because you're a wicked, nasty, disgusting people, man. All right, and the word for despised is bazah. It says to despise, hold in contempt, disdain, to despise, regard with contempt. That's everybody to the so-called white man. You know, even a lot of your allies, the French, the French, the Germans, they all hate you fucking Americans. Now they say, when they say Americans, mainly they're saying they hate you so-called Edomites, man. Because what do they say? You're proud, you think you're better than everybody. You even had this one chick in Africa, I forget where she was at, even she was saying that it's time for the white man to pay back everything that he's stolen from the Africans, which ain't gonna happen, but hey, you know, you see why that sentiment is there, man. Because there ain't no nation on this planet that ain't been poked, robbed, molested, robbed by this damn devil Esau Edom, man. Everybody has a problem or an issue with the so-called white man, because everywhere you went, you raped, you robbed, you stole, you deceived, you molested, you know, you corrupted, you know, you did some dirt to everybody on this planet Earth. Everywhere, even the animals got a gripe against you, man. Shit, you know, why you think these animals always attacking the so-called white people, man? Shit, hey, even the earth itself has a gripe against the so-called white man. I'm going to read that later if I can get to it in Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. Even the earth is going to rejoice at the fall of you fucking Edomites, man. You're just a cancer and the problem of the earth. The beast man, the wild man, the wood wozy, the devil, Satan, the wicked. You know, we can go on and on, man. And now, hey, Tawadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you are finally in the crosshairs and you are being outed as being the damn devil, man. So back here, the word for despise is bazah. It says to despise, regard with contempt, to be despicable, to be vile, worthless. And you are worthless, man. But you know, Esau, he'll sell you. Oh, without make you believe that the white man would be no civilization, would just be here crawling around, living like apes and monkeys, with nobody know anything, with nobody know how to do nothing, which is all a goddamn lie. Civilizations always thrived and always existed before the so-called white man, all right? And hey, and it's gonna, guess what? Civilizations are gonna thrive and still be alive even after your destruction. You proud devil, you, all right? It says to despise. Oh, look at this. It says to be despised. This is in the interlineary. To despise, to trample with the feet. You see? It says to yeah. So, yeah, man. So you're greatly despised here in this world, and now it's at an all-time high, man. You're despised. Everybody's looking at you with disgust, man, and rightfully so. It says, "What the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See? And now that pride is coming back to bite you in the ass. And that's one thing that Yahweh Shai hates, is a proud individual. And thou are the most proud. The scriptures call you that. Thou art most proud, man. All right? Let me get this real quick. Let me get it in Job 20 real quick. Dealing with your pride, man. It's going to bring you low. It's going to cost you everything, man. This is Job chapter 20, verse 5. I read it in the NLT. This is Job 20 and 5. It says, the triumphing, let me read up. It says, don't you realize that from the beginning of time, ever since people were first placed on the earth, that the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary. See? And Esau's getting ready to come to that realization. And remember, we know here in us being on this earth in this flesh, it seems like this devil has been in rulership forever and ever and ever. But remember, in the eyes of the Most High, one day is as 1,000 years, man. So it hasn't even been 3 days. You know, it hasn't even been that long that Esau has been in rulership, man. Like I said, what, about almost 200, a little bit over 250 years? And he's about to be out of here, man. The triumphing of the wicked is short. And right now, hey, we can see Esau is getting ready to fall, man. Now, in his mind, he thinks he's about to accomplish his new world order. He got all the pieces set in place. He finally got the technology that had the perfect technological dictatorship. He got RFID microchips. He's getting ready to... put wearables on all the people. He's getting ready to bring in a stable coin, the CBDCs, a complete perfect slave system and AI to make him a god and rule forever. See, that's what he has in his mind, man. But really, in all reality, hey, it's all gonna slip through his fingertips, man. He's not going to be able to fulfill this enterprise and this agenda that he's trying to accomplish, man. It's all going to go up literally in nuclear fire and smoke, man. But it's beautiful, though. Hey, the Lord has him jazzed up to believe he's going to do it, only to to be totally disappointed. It says right there. It says though pride of the godless reaches to the heavens, and their heads touch the clouds, yet they will vanish forever. Thrown away like their own dung, those who knew them will ask, where are they? They will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision of the night. You see, and that's what's coming to this devil, man. He's not going to succeed. He's not going to pull this new world order off, man. You're not going to get your birthright back. You're not going to establish this new world order and ride off into the sunset and microchip all of the people, microchip the elect, be able to destroy or erase the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out of this world, establish your new world government, establish a one world religion. All this bullshit that you're doing is all in vain, man. It's all a pipe dream. And you're gonna vanish away and be destroyed like your own dung and your own shit. So we see why the Lord has such pride on you, man. Why He has you moving the way that you're moving, man. All right, because ultimately He's setting you up. All right. So back in, where was I, Obadiah? So back in Obadiah, it says, yeah, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, you see? Hey, and that triumphing in this pride, it's all going to come crashing down eventually, man. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Oh, and just like, a couple weeks ago, I saw it on YouTube now, America, through Trump, they have now established America's national bird as the eagle, man. Which we know in past, as the Greeks, as the Romans, he always had the eagle as his standard. And here in America, he used the eagle on particular things. But now, a couple of weeks ago, he just fully established the eagle as being the official bird of America, man. Which further showing you through the spirit that this is that man. And showing you, just how high his pride really is. All right? That's all I wanted in there. Let me get some more. No, read to the 9th chapter. Esau through. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right, that's what I would say an honest thief, but that's what a normal person would do. He wouldn't just completely rob you blind, but when Esau comes, he takes every goddamn thing. That's why he's a covetous man. That's why he's hey, if you have something that he wants, whether it be cobalt or gold or silver, or whatever precious on your land, on your possession, hey, he's going to come and take all that shit. He's not going to come and just be like, oh, let me get half, let me get 75. No, he's going to come and take the whole goddamn thing, man. a covetous, evil bastard, man. Hey, that's why scriptures tell you that according to his substance shall the restitution be. He's gonna give it all up. Everything that he stole, he's gonna have to give it up, man. It's gonna be snatched and taken from him. Ultimately, his rulership over the earth is going to be snatched away from him. All the gold, all the land, all the precious things that's in his possession, hey, they're all going to be taken from this devil just like that, man. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Like I've been reading, like I've been saying earlier, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, through the internet, through the prophets, man. Like I said, through the third witness, AI and Gronk, even through some of these other whistleblowers and their own tongue falling upon them, man. The Lord just has the spirit of Esau being made bare out there in the world, man. All right? And the only thing that's left is for the judgment to come down. But first, he has to be outed. First, he has to be, the witnesses have to come forth and expose this devil. And we're doing it every day to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is no more understanding in him. Right. And everybody is against the West, against America, against the so-called white man in general, man. That's why I said earlier, those BRIC nations are all coming together, man. Basically to come against the main problem of the earth, you damn Edomites, and the West, and America, and your power structure. It says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, even destroy the wise man out of Edom? And the wise men of Edom are destroyed. Because your wisdom was never really wisdom at all. It was just the wisdom to do evil and wickedness, and lie and deceive and sorcery and witchcraft, which have profited you, but it can only profit you for so long, man. Now that's not working to your advantage anymore. Now that power and that deception that you had is slowly waning, you know, to a certain extent. It's going to work on a certain, what does Bob Marley say? You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time, man. And now we're at that time to where, hey, man, people are looking at you funny. You're being despised. Ain't nobody believing you. Everybody see that you're a goddamn liar, man. It says, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and that the mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to everyone, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. And I read that earlier in Job, man. No, was that in Job? I read that. Was that in Job? I think it was. Job 20? Yeah, you're gonna vanish forever like your own dung, man. You're out of here. You're getting ready to be destroyed, man. You see, that pride is it's gotten you to where you're at now. Let me get this. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 16. It says, no, I got to read it in here. Got some words I want to go into. So here it is. Did he just say that in Job that you were greatly despised, man? Yep, you were greatly despised, but that's what Job said, right? Let's go here in Jeremiah. Yep, this is Jeremiah 49 and 13. Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. And this ain't talking about the actual land of Basra, you Genesis goons. All right, it's talking about America, which is spiritually likened unto Basra, man. All right. It says, how is this place going to be made a perpetual waste? It's going to be destroyed with nuclear destruction, man. It says, I have heard a rumor from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle, which is what? The Third World War, which is going to be led by the Russians, by the Medes, man. And the Medes are not the Iranians, IUIC. Get it right, you damn flunkies, man. All right? And this is what the Lord is ultimately stirring up, man. Ultimately for these nations to rise up against Esau, against the West, against those small hats, man, against this place, man. It says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. There's that word despised again. So let's look that word up. Yep, same word, bizarre. You know? Let's look up this word small. Oh, look at this small. The word is quatan. Quatan, it says insignificant, unimportant, You see? The smallest, isn't that? That's what the scriptures say too, man. You know, the least of the flock. Who's the least of the flock? Those small hats over there in Asia or the so-called Middle East. You're small amongst all those other Arab and Ishmaelite nations, man. You're the smallest over there, but you're calling all the biggest fucking issues and the biggest problems, man. But ultimately, you are unimportant because you're a base man. All right. You know, like I said, your pride has got you to where you think you're the most important, where you're the most valuable. You got the highest IQ. You know, everything about you is just so great. But really, in the grander scheme of things, you're the basis of men. You're unimportant. You're despised. You're unimportant, man. All right. And shit. Even now, your numbers are dwindling each and every day, man. So you are very despised, but basically you're despised, you're unimportant, you're of no significant value, and especially in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And now in the eyes of the world, man. Everybody is looking at you like with disgust and being despised, man. And there's a great spewing, shameful spewing on your glory, man. All right? Yep, and despised among men. Here's the point. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Same thing, the same comparison that Obadiah had for you Edomites, man. This is how you know it's talking about Edom, because Obadiah said the same thing about Esau, Edom, and Jeremiah is saying the same thing. All right? Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Right? Going back into what the early 60s when you started going into space, that's when this truth really started to blossom and to come forth. This is when Abba Bivens came, you know, he broke off from the commandment keepers and started to come to the realization that we were the Israelites, going into the New Testament, etc., you know? And ever since then, the Lord's been bringing you down little by little by little, and right now, we're pretty much at the height of it, man. You know, all this information is coming out, all right? It says, also Edom shall be a desolation. See? I read that in Obadiah in the little beginning. Obadiah has found you guilty, and the judgment is utter destruction, man. And you can't get out of it, man. It's already written in stone, man. There's nothing you can do to alter your future or your destiny, Esau. It says, and everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at the plagues thereof, meaning when America is destroyed, man. Remember, it tells you that in Revelation, the 18th chapter, when this place is destroyed, all the nations all of your partners that got enriched, that have made money, are going to weep because they're going to see the smoke of your burning and say that great city Babylon, and where we were made rich, is basically destroyed, man. All right? It says, and this is how we know it's not talking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed in this fashion. Even when you read Revelation, was that 19 and 11? It calls this place spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon, America, man. And it says, as in the Jeremiah 49:18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. That's how you know it's not talking about ancient Babylon, because people still live there unto this day. This is talking about the modern day Babylon, the Babylon the Great, America, man. And it's what? It's synonymously linked with Esau, Edom, man. You see? It says, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Behold, he shall come up. Is that what I wanted in there? Oh, let me see how far I want to go. No, I have another precept. Yep. As the overthrown Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. You see? And that's ultimately what this place is going to have to endure. Yep. Let me read. I'm going to jump down. It says, verse 20, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. It goes into the least of the flock, drawing them out, which is those small hats, which we see that taking place right now too, man. Hey, so everything is written according to Esau is literally taking place, man. The only thing that's left to take place is for you to be ultimately destroyed, man. All right, nuclear, the nukes to hit this place, this Third World War, and the return of Yahweh to come back and to finish the job off, man. So, hey, man, the Lord got Esau perfectly right in the crosshairs, man. All right, and everything that's written in the scriptures describes you to an F and T, man. All right, let me get another one. go. Yeah, pages, man. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm gonna go to verse 14. It says, no, I'm sorry that I don't know. Let me read it. No, Habakkuk 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And tell me, you can't tell me that's not the MO of Esau Edom, man. Everything that he got, he raped, he robbed, and he stole, man. We already know how he got America when he sailed his red ass on these ships and came over here with Christopher Columbus, Ponce de Leon, all of those Spaniards, you know, all those other so-called Edomites, whether they were the French, the Spanish, the Germans, you know, the Swiss, the Swedes. They came here to the America and raped, pillaged, and stole this land from the natives, man. You know? Oh, I was watching that one movie, I forget what it's called, but basically, it just came out on Netflix. But anyways, it's with the Gadite. He was sitting down talking to the Edomites, right? And the Edomites was basically talking that shit like, oh, you know, we came here to, you know, the government, the American government, we've come to get the land, and we're gonna give you this. So we're gonna give you this land, this right here. And the Gadite was like, how did it go? He was like, how did you? He was like, well, how did you get the land? You don't own it. He was like, did you trade for it? And the Edomites was all like, no, the United States government, something, we're going to help you do this and do that. And he was like, well, we don't need your help. He was like, well, we're going to industrialize this place and give you houses and buildings. You don't have to hunt buffalo anymore. And he was like, I like hunting buffalo. Basically, he was telling them, look, man, you don't own shit. You can't come here and just take the land and try to tell us what we're going to do with it. And basically, the Gadite was like, well, basically, we're just going to have to go to war and fight for it, man. I wish I could remember it verbatim, but hey, it was a badass scene with Gad, you know? But just showing you Esau's coming here basically just trying to take shit, you know? Talk about the United States government, we're going to give you land. And he was like, how did you get the land? Did you trade for it? You know, he was basically cutting Esau on his bullshit, man. So basically, Esau just basically said, look, if you don't do it, we're going to have to go to war. And then Gadite chief was like, well, I guess we'll just have to fight for it then, you know? So this man is the ultimate thief and scumbag of the planet Earth, man. And like I said, he's the most covetous man on the planet Earth. Don't have gold or cobalt or any other precious minerals in your land. This nigga will come there and take that shit, man. He'll steal it. He'll find some way to take it from you. Right? It says, yep, and how, it says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. We wish that know that word thick clay is abatyat, which means dead. Brother got another one? Yep, this is, oh, America Primeval, yeah, that's it, that's it. But I just can't remember the whole interaction between him and the Gadite, but it was a badass interaction, man. But it was just showing you, you know, the covetousness and the wickedness of Esau, man. Like I always say, hey, how do you think Esau got the land of America from the Native Americans? He didn't win it in a fucking dice game, man. He didn't win it, you know, shooting craps with the Native Americans, you know, to see who was going to get it. He came and he took it by the sword, by the shedding of blood, through rape and robbery, man. He would wait until the braves went out to hunt, and he would attack the villages, man. Kill the women and the children, and slice off the women's vagina and make a damn pocket pouch out of it. Yep, Micah 2 and 11. Woe to them that devise iniquity, and that work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right. And who gave them the power? Who gave them the power to do that? The Most High did, man. What it's saying, they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man, even a man in his heritage. And that's the MO of the so-called fucking white man. The most covetous, evil bastard the earth has ever seen, man. But it's all good, though. It's all good, man. It's all getting ready to come to an end very shortly. All right, back here in Micah, Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And how long to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Like I said earlier, you had that one African chick, I forget what part of Africa she was from, but she was basically coming out and making a bold statement saying that now it's time for the white man to give back everything that he have stolen from Africa, which we know he ain't gonna do that shit, but that's the sentiment that's in the earth, man. You know, everybody is on Esau's head top, man. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them. Right, because, hey, America is going to be invaded. This place is going to go to war, man. Hey, and everybody has a pound of flesh that they want to take off of this place, Babylon the Great, and against Esau Edom, man. Because it's just due. Hey, that's why the Lord is going to rise up these nations to go to war with Babylon the Great. the place, the land that dwelleth carelessly, the land of unwalled villages. Hey, this place is a sitting duck, man. Only thing, even Zelensky said it, the only thing that keeps America safe is you have all of these oceans to separate you. But hey, that ain't going to stop these ICBM nuclear missiles from coming from one end of the earth until the other end of the earth and totally obliterating this place, man. So this place, hey, this days is coming, man. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. So woe unto you, Esau, destruction. Like I said, according to the substance shall the restitution be. Hey, you're not going to swallow down all these riches. You're not going to ride off into the sunset. You're not going to continue to thrive with all this blood and stolen property on your hand. Hey, and one of the most some of the property that stolen property you still have in your possession are the Israelites here in America, man. Hey, we're still slaves into your social contracts, your social security cards, your SSIs, and now you're trying to put the people in an ultimate dystopian technological slavery with the mark of the beast, with this Genius Act bullshit, with this technological slave system you're getting ready to establish, man. So he's just a scumbag on the highest of levels, man. Hey, and it's all good. Keep that same energy, man. Because when Yahweh Shah come, he's gonna bust all your shit up, man. Gonna bust you completely up, like Clubber Lane told Rocky. I'm gonna bust you up, and the Lord gonna bust you up, man. All right. It says woe to him that coveted an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. That's what you did. Everything that you did, you raped, you robbed, you stole, just to put yourself on high, man. Hey, but guess what? Hey, the Lord gonna have you in these slippery places, man. You sitting at the height of the hill is only going to be to your own destruction. It says that he may be delivered from the power of evil, but you ain't going to be delivered from the power of evil. I already went through that, man. Hey, your fate is already sealed. Your destiny is already set, man. All right? And look right here. In the margin, it has the book of Obadiah. Don't make me read it again. Should I read it again? The little prologue to Obadiah? I'm going to read it again because I love it, man. It says, this little known prophet Obadiah described their crimes, talking about Esau, tries their case, and pronounces their judgment total destruction. I'll never get tired of reading that, man. Hey, right here in the margin, it's right here, Obadiah. You see? It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul, man. You see, like I said, and these things, and you're gonna have to, you're gonna be held accountable for these things, man. You can't do all this dirt and all this wickedness, man, and don't think you're ever gonna get judged for it. Remember, that's why the Lord has been prolonging Esau's judgment all the way back to Cain, man, and Esau, Edom, man. Because Esau knows, he knows that the Lord said, if anybody exact vengeance against Cain, it shall come back on him sevenfold. Shit, even Lamech, one of the grandfathers of Esau, Edom, he sang in his song about that shit. How he slayed a man and all this shit, and he knew that he had some form of a protection, not protection, but he had basically a form of protection from the Most High, so that if anybody brought judgment upon Esau, he gave Esau the power to just roll on you and to get you. But now, hey, the Lord has been preserving you ultimately for your judgment to come through Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, and that shit's been mounting up and mounting up. It's all the way up into the heavens, man. So you just about fulfill all of your level of wickedness before the Lord is going to really ultimately start getting at you in a major way, man. Yep. It says that thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establishes a city by iniquity. You see? And that's what you did, man. So, hey, it's a whole lot of woe unto you, man. All right? What else I got in here? Yeah, let me get a couple more. What time is it? Gotta get ready for slavery. Yeah, I got a couple more I want to get. It's a long one, though. Let me get this. These two long ones, but I'm gonna try to go through them quick, and I'm gonna close it out, man. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse. Oh shit. Jeremiah 50 and 25. It says Jeremiah 25 and 21. I'll start at 22. No, I'll go 21. It says Jeremiah 50 and 21. It says, go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith Yahweh, and do it according to all that I have commanded thee. And that word Merathaim is just another code word for Babylon, man. So it's talking about America, man. All right, if you can receive that. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You see, that sound of battle is going to be this Third World War. And like I said, those drums are beating, man. The stage is getting set. The Lord is moving all the pieces, to get in the proper place for this place ultimately to be broken, man. And how is America the hammer of the whole earth? It's through its military, man. Hey, America still on paper still has the greatest military the earth has ever seen, man. Now, of course, we know that Russia has succeeded in nuclear power, which is all through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because those are ultimately the weapons of the Lord indignation. But hey, like Russia and China and other nations, Turkey, you got a lot of nations that got powerful armies, man. Now, of course, going one-on-one against America, firepower for firepower, a lot of these nations they'll lose, but when these nations all come together and gather together to fight against this place, man, and when America's allies turn on this place, hey, there's nothing that this place can do. It's going to be set up. It's going to be set up to be totally destroyed and cut asunder. It says, I have laid a snare for thee. And what is a snare? A trap. So this place, America and Babylon and Esau, the Lord's setting a trap for you, man. You think you got the upper hand. You think you calling the shots. You doing that the ball's in your court, and everything that you're doing, you're in full control, but you're not. You've never been in full control. Ain't none of us in full control. Only Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in total control, man. And the Lord has a snare laid for your stupid ass. And guess what? You're going to fall in it 144%, man. You're not going to be able to circumvent or Euro step around, the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let me get that real fast, man. Start one. I know it's in Psalms. Yep. Psalms chapter 33, verse 9. Let me read up. Yep. This is Psalms 33 and 6. By the word of Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. He layeth up the depths in storehouses. Let all the earth fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. And I read that earlier in Wisdom of Solomon 6. Remember, it said the Lord, he's not in awe at anything that man can do, man. Like I said, the Lord created the small and the great alike, man. We should be in awe of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And guess what? The earth and the people of the world has forgotten that, man. These people, they're not looking into awe of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because they have been desensitized to all the wickedness and the corruption of this so-called system and of this world, man. But guess what? That's why the Lord is going to do what he's about to do so that his name can be magnified in this earth all over again, man. And this time, you people ain't going to forget to be in awe at the majesty and the power and the greatness of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai this time, man. It says, let all the earth fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. Let's look at this word awe, if I can get it. I never looked at that word. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. It says to be in awe, stand in awe, to be feared, to be afraid, to dread fear, stand in awe, and to be afraid, you see? And that's what this world lacks. But guess what? The Lord's about to make it happen all over again with what he's about to do. It says, for he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast. Here's the point. Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to nothing. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. The counsel of Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. You see? So everything that Esau think he's getting ready to do, it ain't finna happen, man. Because that's not the counsel of the Most High. You know, your whole New World Order, you microchipping everybody, you putting everybody in digital slavery, creating some one world government, and you know, trying to erase Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, out of the earth. Get out of here, man. That's a pipe dream. That's never gonna happen. Get it out of your mind, but keep it in your mind, because that's what's fueling your pride and your arrogance, only to be totally destroyed, man. This is verse 24. It says, I have laid a snare, Jeremiah 40, 50 and 24. It says, for I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. What is that? These nuclear missiles, man. All the missiles that Russia possesses, that China possesses, North Korea, and all these different nuclear capable nations. Even your own weapons, missiles, are all the armory or the weaponry of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Those are his weapons, and he's going to put his spirit on it to do what it's supposed to do. Yep, it says, for this is the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, which is spiritually America. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left. Remember in Obadiah, I read that. That was the judgment of Esau, to be utterly destroyed. And it's going to start with America being utterly destroyed, man. Because this is where your power and your military and your sovereignty really lies, here in America, through your through the power of this system. All right, and guess what? It's going to be casted up as heaps, man. What are those storehouses? That's those missile silos, man. That's going to come and totally obliterate this place, man. All right, it says, come against her from the utmost border. That's why they're called ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's why in Ezra, in the Apocrypha, in Ezra, it tells you about the mighty archers. You know, can an archer turn back the arrow that is shot of a mighty archer, and how it's going to come from one end of the earth and it's going to hit his target, man? That's talking about the same thing, man. So Ezra saw the same thing that Jeremiah saw, which is the total nuclear annihilation of Babylon the Great America, man. And the hammer of the earth, America, being broken, man. It says, slay all her bullocks, let them come down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for the day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh our power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape, recompense her according to her work. Like I was saying earlier, all of this wickedness, rape, robbery, this theft, this murders, your enslaving of the Israelites, your destroying of the earth, is all going to be visited, man. You're not going to get away. You're going to pay for every wicked act that you've done, and part of that judgment is going to be these nuclear missiles, these archers shooting these arrows upon your excellency and upon this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's why it's going out in such fashion. It says, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape, recompense her according to her work. According to all that she have done, do unto her. And that shows you that nobody ever gets away, man. You reap what you sow, man. And that's why it's such, your judgment upon this place is going to be so great, man. And that's why we keep telling you the only way out of the destruction of America is to be taken up into the chariots, man. To be beamed up out of this place, because there ain't nothing gonna be left standing once this judgment comes here. It says, for she have been proud against Yahweh and against the Holy One of Israel. You see, all of that pride is going to be met with this fire, man. It says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Who was that? Esau, Edom. Saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, for the day is come, that time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. From sea to shining sea, from California all the way to New York, from the Bay Area back down. The Lord's going to destroy this place, man. And we can't wait, man. It's long overdue.
All right, and that, hey, and it's coming. It says, "And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." Where? Here in America, man. Hey, and that's part of the, you read in Obadiah, it says that too. "For your violence against thy brother Jacob shall shame cover thee." So it's what you did for us. That's part of the reason why this fire is coming down upon this place, amongst many other things. But, you know, what you did unto us is another reason why. It says, "They were oppressed together, and all they that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go." Hey, and that's why the chariots, it says in, what is that, Micah, the 5th chapter, or 7, that the chariots are going to enter into the house of the thief, man. It's going to consume it with the timber thereof. Because why? You still got the most, like I said earlier, you still have the most precious stolen property within your possession here in America, which is the children of Israel, mainly the elect of us. You see? Yep, it says, that they that refuse to let them go, their Redeemer is strong. The Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Right, because all of the ancient religions and ancient pagan, gods and worship form of these, of the ancient Sumerians, the ancient Hamites, the ancient Babylonians. It's all being worshipped and practiced here in Babylon the Great, man. And this place is the land of graven images. Because why? What do you have here in America? You have the freedom of religion. You can worship any goddamn thing here. So all of you black ass conscious niggas, you Egyptologists, you atheists, you Christians, you Baptists, you Catholics, you Muslims, and any other you Wiccans, you witches, all these followers of these graven images and these wicked customs and pagan bullshit here, it's all going to be visited with this nuclear fire in that day, man. All right? It says, "And they are mad upon their idols. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation." Dealing with America, man. Oh, here we go again. "As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities." It's funny how a few of the prophets keep saying this, man, because they saw the same vision of this place, America, Babylon, being destroyed, man. It says, "As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Yep, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will show no mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon." You see? And that's what's coming to this place, man. It's going to be led by the Russians and, their allies, even some of your own allies. They're going to rise up against this place, and they're going to shoot these missiles here on Babylon the Great, man. All right? So with that, I'm going to close it there. Lord willing, this was all edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Lord willing, you brothers was edified, man. The water brother for those precepts. The water for tuning in. Much appreciated, man. And hey, shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000. Lord willing, I'll be out here next week to prophesy and to preach this word. So until next week, shalom.